Your job as a parent is not to make your children happy all the time. Your children need to learn to be comfortable with negative states of emotions like sadness, frustration, and anger. I use these printables to help my children learn about the different states of emotion, and I'm going to share them with you. So watch on to find out more. Hi, I'm Jacinth. Welcome to Motivation Monday, brought to you by HP Instant Ink. If you're wondering where to download these printables, you can head over to the HP website and get all this for free. I have added the link in the description below. Thanks to HP Instant Ink, I no longer worry about checking printer ink levels because HP Instant Ink can detect when my printer is running low on ink and automatically arranges for the ink to be delivered right to my doorstep. Can you imagine? This is so convenient for a working mom like me, and I don't have to head out to the stores to buy new cartridges. If you print quite a lot like me for my two children, HP Instant Ink is a cost-saving deal. I can save up to 50% on ink cartridges. And I found out that there is even a price plan that caters to the low monthly print volumes, and it starts from $1.90 a month. This service is very flexible. You get to choose the print plan that suits your usage. In addition, the subscription is sustainable as the ink cartridges require less packaging and few shipments. You can also recycle responsibly by returning your cartridges. If you haven't tried HP Instant Ink, HP is now giving away 3 months free trial on its Instant Ink subscription service if you buy the printers today. That's about 1,500 pages a month, and it's regardless of color or black and white printing. Click the link in the description below and sign up for HP Instant Ink subscription service. When our children cry, it's almost instinctive for many parents to get their children to stop crying. And this is largely because when we were younger, we were often told not to cry, or we were punished whenever we cried. As a result, we are not able to tolerate the emotions of our children. But do you know that when you tell your children to stop crying or stop being angry and to move on, you are making the child suppress the emotions that they're experiencing. And over time, children will internalize these emotions and start to think that the feelings of anger, frustration, and sadness are actually wrong. That is why their parents ask them to stop. And they may even think that I'm a bad person for having those feelings. And sadly, when children internalize these emotions, in the long run, it will lead to mental health issues like anxiety and depression. This is why I'm a big fan of encouraging children to externalize their feelings. When children cry, it is a coping mechanism for them to feel better. After their feelings run the full course, we can then teach our children coping skills when they are more receptive. The very first step is to normalize the different emotions at home. Let your children know it's okay to feel rage. It is normal to feel disappointed. I always tell my children, feelings come and feelings go. We can take steps to cope with those feelings. For example, taking deep breaths, asking for a hug, or trying out other coping skills that we have been practicing. We can normalize different states of feelings by talking about them every day or reading about them in books. In addition, what I do is to go through this Get to Know Your Feelings posters with my children. In these posters, children can reflect and think about their encounters with the different states of emotions. For example, with Mr. Sadness, your child can fill out these prompts and start thinking, what does sadness sound like? What does sadness feel like? And what does sadness make your child want to do? She can even draw a picture that shows sadness. During this exercise, be intentional and allow your child to express herself freely. Don't correct her drawing or her ideas, even though they may seem really absurd to you. You may facilitate the thoughts process or use books as reference. The next time your child feels sad, she can notice the early warning signs in her body. For example, my girl drew that sadness makes her want to cry. So when the next time she starts crying, she's aware that she's feeling upset. She can then acknowledge it and move on to use the coping skills to help her to feel better. These posters of Miss Worry, Mr. Sadness, and Madam Anger. They are all on the HP website available for your download. You can click on the link in the description box. I have intentionally added really cute characters so that your children can relate to them, and it can aid in your conversation to help your children cope. If you need more ideas to teach your children emotion regulation, you can watch this video here where I share 3 activities to help with self-regulation. I'm Jacinth, and I'll see you next week for our next Motivation Monday series. Goodbye!